This is day 23. I'm on my way to Ribadeo, and I'm following these yellow arrows. I just walked over an overpass. And there's a lot of them on the Camino. Either you're walking on a bridge, you got the river underneath, or in this case, in the last one, I walked on a road, and underneath me is a major highway. There could be a lot of cars. Today there weren't that many cars that are going in both directions. And the very first time I did one, you might want to review some of my videos. Very first time, I was afraid, really afraid. And to be honest with you, a couple of years ago when I was in Mexico, I had to walk one of those and I avoided it. I didn't do it. I would stop my walk at the beginning of that overpass, and then I would go back, and I did eventually do it and celebrated by going to the marina and having some I had some sushi. That's another video. Anyways, so I noticed that on this walk here, the Camino, I'm on day 23, so when I first started, I was really aware of being afraid of those things, and I knew I had to cross them to get to the other side and to continue with my walk. And I was aware of my fear. And, breathing, walking, breathing, not looking down. And eventually got to the other side. This time, it's interesting because this time I walked it. I was aware that I had the fear before. I knew that I was afraid of this before. And I just walked. I didn't experience the fear, although I remembered that I had the fear. So it's a very interesting process. The reason I'm saying that to you is that oftentimes, our brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not. I've shared that in a lot of other videos, which means if my brain would have still thought that I was in danger, that I was afraid, it would have triggered some emotions of fear. But in this case, the idea was still there that I was afraid, but I wasn't experiencing the fear at the time. And so my brain recognized that I was not afraid at that time, that it was something that was in the past. Because if I would have been afraid at that moment, my brain would have kicked in those chemicals to protect me, to make me, be more careful. But I didn't do that because I didn't need that. I didn't need that because I wasn't afraid. So I want you to keep that in mind. Just because in the past you were afraid of something, and I'm using that as an example, doesn't mean that you always will be. Sometimes we have no choice but to keep going. Like in my case with the Camino, I had to walk those overpasses. Otherwise, I would not have been able to continue. I'm on day 23. I've obviously crossed a few of them now. So, if you keep responding to that fear by avoiding whatever it is you're afraid of. I gotta pause here. I'm not sure which way I'm gonna go. If you keep responding to it, then all right, hang on. I think I gotta go this way. Yeah. I'm gonna go this way and then I'm gonna pause the video to make sure. So if you keep responding to the fear the same way, you're not going to be able to get past it. So acknowledge you have that fear, and especially if it's something that's really important to you, like crossing the overpass for me was important enough that I had to work through it. So acknowledge it, take a breath, take a step, take a breath. And if it's too much at one time, it's okay. You can go back, start again, don't give up. Don't give up, keep trying it. All right, this is Linda G. I am walking the Camino right now, and I want to make sure that I'm on the right path. So I'm going to stop this video and bid you adieu for now. Bye-bye now.